And the runners are off with Brother Kyle appearing to be the only one with the timer up, but that makes our life a little easier, I suppose. Great arm pumping from both runners. Kashmod having a bit of a stutter there. Loving that stutter.
And then the traditional dance while waiting for Ridley.
Cha-cha, now smooth.
There's Kashmod's timer.
Now put in your predictions. Who will get Sarah's, or who will get what? Sarah's time. Wahaha.
Unfortunately, don't get to bet any points. This isn't Oats chat.
Looking like both runners setting up for a very good high 40s. Kashmod making a really clean upward climb here. Brother Kyle, wow, identical with a 44 to Brother Kyle and a 55, or 45, excuse me, to Kashmod.
Yeah, and Brother Kyle went up the left side towards the end of that. I don't know if that's a backup or if that's what they normally do.
It's kind of whatever. It's kind of whatever. It depends on how you're feeling, or if you just get more comfortable. It's habit for some runners.
Yeah, I know. I know. I was doing left side for a little while.
So we have some really good races tonight. I've seen and tuned into a couple of them, and man, there have been some a lot of really close runs this tournament, I'll say. Looks like no runner, or excuse me, neither of these runners opting for the moonfall strat today, opting just to go ahead and make a good fall. Ooh, Kashmod with the near fall there. Recovering up pretty nicely, syncing almost frame per frame up with Brother Kyle.
Yeah, they are doing pretty well. Just looked it up, and looks like there's still only been one tie for a race so far.
Do you think we can get hype for a second tie?
Well, you can always hope. Yeah, that was the Zenny versus Heiser race. Was they both got 51-49s.
Oh wow, I was there for that one, and I'm already seeing double timers, double video.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun race.
Systematic technology, vanilla morphall free seed. I wish this was randomizer. Kashmod with a really good clearing of that room. Looks like he's going to go ahead with the same wall strats. Brother Kyle following a nice suit, getting a really clean, good gravy, very clean climb up here.
Yeah, Kashmod getting pitless on the reverse.
Ooh, Brother Kyle there with the really clean ledge grabs. I don't know why Kashmod decided to pause there for him. I'm probably getting a little case of sweaty's hands there.
He hesitated because of the Ripper. If he'd just jumped up right then, they would have bodied it.
Ah, good eye, good eye.
Both getting the setup to make Bomb Teresa jump back. Both taking a bit of damage, though.
It's like we were literally seeing doubles. Kashmod finishing off, Bomb Torso first, Kyle literally coming in moments second. Good grief. That's awesome. It's like seeing two of the same runners on the same screen. Wow, Kashmod with the first fail. Brother Kyle getting a good Alcatraz to follow up. Literally just staying neck and neck. These runners are just tie to tie.
And one other note about these runners' PBs is that both of them did old route. Doesn't necessarily mean they're not doing new. I have no idea what else they've practiced, but both of their PBs are old route.
That's good to know. It'd be really cool to just see someone change it up a little bit and try new route. I have a feeling Kashmod might go ahead and take a chance, or Brother Kyle. I was seeing a little bit of debate there in the chat to see which one's going to do which. So it'd be really interesting if one of these runners just has to do new route. Really interesting.
Seems unlikely with them both bodying the can't remember the space pirates though. Because for new route, you want to conserve your energy going up Red Tower into the Fantoon fight. Whereas with old route, it doesn't matter so much because after Kraid, you pick up one of two energy tanks, depending on how many you're planning on picking up throughout the run.
Yes, KPDR versus PRKD and not DPKR like Palmy was just throwing up not long ago. I keep seeing that and it keeps tripping me up every time. Brother Kyle making a good clean entrance there, as well as Kashmod making a good stuff, getting a little bit hung up on his movement, not too shabby at all. Oh, at Systemic, the difference or the time difference between both routes is very negligible. It kind of depends on how you decide to operate. New route potentially has more saves if executed correctly. So ideally, runners want to try and shoot for new route rather than old route, but it's a lot harder to pull off.
Especially in a race setting.
Exactly.
Yeah, Canadian Owl, it's about 2 minutes faster if done optimally, but yeah, there are a lot of risks, so it's definitely possible for a runner to have very little difference in their PBs between the two routes. But yeah, at a high level, it's 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes.
So some runners call it, if your movement and routing and just general performance is not up to par, you end up wasting a little bit of time or end up negligibly making up the difference. Ooh, Brother Kyle getting hit by both those little bits there, slowing him down just a tad. Nailing a good shot to make up for it. Kashmod getting a slight lead and breather from that.
Another thing that we've seen fairly often in this tournament is a hybrid route, which so new route goes Fantoon, then Ridley, then Kraid, then Dragon. But the hybrid route goes to Kraid after Fantoon instead of after Ridley, so that you have the option of picking up the Kraid E-Tank before going down to Lower Norfair. It also means that if you do the gravity dive, that you have Varia suit, so you take less damage doing the gravity jump.
Exactly right. All right, is Cash gonna take Kraid to prom, or is Kyle gonna take him to prom? Because Kraid's a hungry woman looking for the date.
Nice job for Kashmod.
Sitting her back down right where she belongs. That's a nice, sweet little denial. And Brother Kyle going for it too. Very good, very good.
Kyle going for the charge beam strat. If you hit Kraid with a charge beam, that also freezes his arm so that it doesn't get in the way of your super missile shots. Whereas the strat that kashmod uses uses 2 missiles to open it up, which then only requires 3 supers, but then the arm isn't frozen in place. That one is the 2 plus 3 is faster, but harder to learn, I would say.
Sword of Super Saiyan, and that is the story of how Kraid the most beautiful and fertile of her entire species. Man, fan backstory is so good that now the runners have caught back about up neck and neck with each other, not wanting to let go of their beautiful high five that they have going on here. It's like a friendship, a handshake. You just never want to let it go, and you just kind of get that sweaty handshake, and you just don't want to let go. It's just like you feel like the weaker other half if you have to let go first. You just get this awkward, like hand-holdy situation. That's what's happening right now. They're just at that awkward hand-holdy stage. Brother Kyle's getting a fantastic execution, almost pretty dang perfect execution on getting that door set up open. kashmod just about getting it as well.
Have to imagine Kyle will be getting the E-tank on the way out.
It kind of depends. He may end up opting to go for the E-tank a little later. Kind of depends on how much time he's claiming to save. Let's see. Oh, yep, it looks like he's going to go for it, have that early E-tank.
So would you say the other option is to grab it on the way to Fantoon so that you can have full health at that point?
It depends on runner's comfort and choice. If the runner is comfortable running with a lower amount of health for quite some time, they can run for it. But usually before Fantoon is a pretty, in my opinion, is a really good time to pick it up. Because you never know what the Fanny's going to throw at you.
Yeah, I've never seen that strat from anyone. I've always just seen it at the same time as high jump boots.
Some people like to go and claim it later. Like I've seen some people get it a little after speed booster, or I've seen people on their way back going up Red Tower, go and grab it, or grab another E-tank. Some even go as far as not grabbing an E-tank until... oh wow, I've just kind of lost my train of thought there. Some people will literally go up and almost until reg ship before grabbing another E-tank.
Okay. Well, that's pretty interesting. I mean, one of the things I love about this as Super Metroid as a speed game is the freedom you have to choose what path you do through the game.
Right? It's like a choose your own adventure kind of book, except it's dealt with items and lots of gunfire. And sweaty handshakes, but you know.
Do you choose the best beam upgrade in the game, or do you choose plasma?
Grapple beam every day. Or we could be the swagalicious people and go for var beam.
Unfortunately, don't think that's allowed in this tournament's rules.
What needs to happen, as I got to think about this the other day just for kicks and giggles, is we need to develop the Sephi or the Ponkfish beam. That every time you fire your gun, out comes a Ponkfish.
Very nice.
At Zoniac, that's a great question. How much time do arm pumps save? Each arm pump can move you forward about a pixel. They honestly don't save a whole bunch until you get really, really precise with the game. So in some rooms, it can potentially be the difference of hundreds of frames to stacked up over a good con of the game, several seconds. So it doesn't save a whole time in the long run, but the more you practice and the finer you get with them, the more they do. Ooh, brother Kyle struggling to come back up here, giving kashmod a very comfortable little lead here. Ooh, oh wow, poor Kyle. That's going to come back to bite him as kashmod takes a good amount of advantage over that time there.
Well, he got out though. So one thing I will say about arm pumps is so Kip and Trumoss run the strat chat, which all of you should check out. But one thing that they say is that basically, if arm pumps ever mess you up, then you've just thrown away all of the time that you've gained from it, because it is a very small time save. I think I've heard figures like 6 or 10 seconds over the course of the entire run. So if you mess up once because of doing an arm pump, that may eliminate the entire gain that you've done by arm pumping over the course of your run.
I could not agree more. That is very, yeah. For those of you who may be interested in potentially running this game, that is something very key in mind, is don't let some strats or specific incidental strats bar you from just overall maintaining your movement. Because as an initial speedrunner, the first thing you want to do initially is just get comfortable with the rooms. And the second would be getting more comfortable with your movement. Those are honestly the two best things I could advise as a speedrunner myself.
Learn ledge grabs. That's far more valuable time save than arm pumping.
Yes, it is, especially when you can reset that animation and get yourself running and moving. Very good. And learning how to damage boost is also a good one, as you can see here with kashmod, as those damage boosts can definitely save you some time by making good use of that horizontal momentum that damage boosts give you.
Kashmod getting a good return damage boost as well in the power bomb room.
And both motors making that lovely, awkward, sweaty high five back with each other again. Kashmod with the quick choke there. Looks like he's either a little bit tired on the run or it's just a really late night. Either way, you got to have some of those at least in some runs. A little bit of drop and catch. Brother Kyle opting to do a safety save right before heading up to the fanny. Potentially a good choice if he's not feeling too comfortable with his energy and his ammo counts right now, which, by the way, are actually really, really good.
Picking up some more energy from those catch attacks.
Ooh, and kashmod missing that potential full ocean fly, but at least getting Missile Lake. And returning it with the Lake Fly.
And more energy for Brother Kyle from the crabs there. Going for Ocean Fly. Surprised with the energy. Oh, and he gets it. But yeah, a lot of people, if they're running low on energy, choose to do as small shine spark as possible, usually also dividing that into 2 on purpose.
Right.
Kashmod got a really nice X Factor there, though.
Really good X Factor. Really good pattern. Ooh, barely missing that Doppler. Missing that Doppler. And with the good clean finish, that is a really quick and good invite.
Do you know what the patterns were? I saw the last one was fast. I think the second one was fast. I didn't see what the first one was.
I believe it was a fast, mid, fast. A pretty good pattern. Actually, a really solid pattern.
Nice.
Kyle getting sad look at the draw, getting a slow, slow.
And looks like Kyle going for full Dopplers. It was a fast pattern for him, though.
Great attic spark by kashmod there. Very, very clean.
And Fantoon's down for Kyle.
Kashmod getting this spark here too. Very nice for Cash. I guess I did miss it. I thought it was a mid, but I misread the pattern. So he got 3 fast, which is a really, really lucky pattern.
I know some of the runners have a chat command that gives the percentage chance of each of the patterns. I want to say if you get a 2 round, then a fast only has like a 6% chance, something like that. I can't remember the numbers exactly. So to get another fast on top of that is very infrequent.
Yeah, that's even a fast mid fast in and of itself is a real good pattern to get. So getting a 3 fast is just super ideal for kashmod.
Kashmod also having fairly good health for the section coming up into Meridia. You want enough health so that you can comfortably do the diagonal spark up Everest and then face Fantoon and take a couple of body hits. But he should have enough so that he's doing just fine with his health. I haven't seen that jump setup before from Kashmod in Fish Tank. That was interesting.
That was interesting. I guess he was meaning to switch it up. Then again, I haven't been reviewing a lot of his races of late, so maybe it's something more casual and I haven't noticed it, but I like it. Kyle with the good movement through his rooms, unfortunately not getting that last bit of damage boosting through that room, but his rooms prior were very clean.
Kashmod missed a couple of the X Factor particles, so he had to maneuver his way in order to make sure that the particles would disappear on Batuan's body.
Ooh, with the suboptimal health. Drop's not too bad, but he could doing a little bit better item-wise, picking up that energy tank just to make up the difference. I think he may end up farming for a couple more supers, as it's a little low for him to be carrying around for supers.
Yeah, he technically only needs one in order to get in. Usually you want two because you want to super the eye door.
Oh, accidentally releasing the spark a little early. That hurts. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I think he may have just accidentally pressed up on this controller.
Yeah, it could be. So I'm guessing, based on Kashmod not doing farming, that he's fairly comfortable with Shine Sparks almost exclusively on Dragon. Some runners will choose to, maybe if they're doing opening Spark, maybe they do the rest with just ammo.
Right, so sometimes having that little bit of missile count there makes it a little bit more comfortable for the fight, but it looks like Kashmod, with his current ammo count and the way he's using it, looks like he's a lot more comfortable with just going for sparks. Probably the reason he grabbed that energy tank.
And selecting power bombs, so he's likely going to go for an X Factor setup of some sort to open the fight.
X Factor Spark is one of the most ideals you can do. Ooh, missing, not getting quite the particle spread he wants. Still not too bad at all.
Missing short charge, so he goes just for ammo on that pass. Ooh, and Goop Spark straight up. Very nice. Takes care of Dragon, gets blue suit glitch in the process. Brother Kyle went for the halfie, and unfortunately it was just too early and crashed into the opening door.
You know, I got to thinking, Kashmod should just ultimately just start signing dollar bills for his fans. They'd be modded cash mods.
Are we gonna have to give a yellow card for that one?
That was bad, but I had to. At least one. I mean, he probably gave him to his brother Kyle in '88. Palmy ultimately losing. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Kyle also fighting Dragon right now and getting a fair amount of Shine Sparks into him. Ooh, getting gooped and grabbed. Have to do 60 D-pad inputs in order to be let go out of Dragon's grasp.
The big goop that came out. Oh, not quite getting that spark. One charge shot to finish him off. And yes, I'm proud of him. Palmy losing probably infinite SLRL points for those terrible, terrible jokes. And I'm totally okay with this.
Someone in chat, though, going for Rock the Kashmod.
Rock the kashmod. Rock the kashmod. Kashmod's, wow, that was fantastic movement through that room there by Kashmod. Just very, very smooth and clean, getting each space jump just perfectly timed, opening up with that shot for the door. Kashmod's movement is just picking itself right back up.
Yeah, that was excellent. Brother Kyle, meanwhile, doing a very clean space jump through the Coliseum.
I would agree that is a very clean Coliseum by Brother Kyle, as you said. His ammo count, not too shabby. Health is a little lower than I think he would like it. So are his power bomb counts and missile counts all around. Not going for plasma spark, disqualified. Used to be an SRL thing where if you just if you missed plasma spark, you know, that's DQ. And then if you face right, if you get caught by the baby and face the wrong way, then that should just be immediately banned from the race.
One of my favorite things on the wiki, though, is the entry for that room. It's called the Plasma Spark Room, and one of the headings says Plasma Spark, and the text under that heading is just "is impossible."
I forgot about that. Brother Kyle making good work of that plasma pirate room there, getting quickly in and out with his well-deserved plasma beam.
Few rooms back, Kashmod did a very good ice escape mock ball. Fairly clean in the Magdalite room for Kashmod.
Interesting. Wonder what setup he's going for here. Looks like he's opting just to go straight for the space jump route rather than the spark route. Interesting.
Wasn't the...
Kyle.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead. I was just going to make some commentary.
All right. I thought the lava spark was mostly for new route. I didn't think that it was common for old route.
It kind of depends if you really wanted a little extra time saved before you Kyle going for the shine spark through there. That's not one you see from runners very often, going for the shine spark. And yeah, the little shine spark method can be done in both routes. Kashmod getting fast pillars with the shine spark through there, right into the last one of the game. Runners just feeling a little bit sparky today, am I right? No, Steffi.
Very good
Kyle's
worst room from Kashmod. That was very clean. And Brother Kyle also doing a nice ice escape mock ball.
Oh, Kashmod taking a fall. Oh, wow.
Fortunately, only down to the platforms. Didn't go all the way down to the acid. No safety save for Kashmod. I don't think we've seen a safety save. Wait, no, we did see one safety save before Fantoon from Brother Kyle, if I remember correctly.
Yep, that's right. Right in the exit room towards Criteria. Looks like Brother gonna try through the spark attempt, misses it. opting again just to go for the space jump method.
Kashmod getting the medium fast strat for the Ninja Pirates. Best way to describe it, I guess. It's not.
It's pretty perfect.
Yeah, I think it's only like 3 seconds slower than optimal.
I think you're right, it is only just a couple of seconds from optimal, milliseconds even. Ooh, Kashmod with that less than ideal health there. Risky fight. Oh, with bad tail whip. That's scary.
Yeah, I don't even know what to do with that, with that tail wing. It just swings it around all the way.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
2 HP. Oh, he made it.
Ooh, Kashmod giving us the heart attack there. Good grief. Getting a little health bomb, not getting that some of that precious ammo back. Oh, Kashmod.
If he had died there, that means he would have gone all the way back to landing on the planet, because he hasn't made a safety save at all. So that was seriously close.
That's what I call clutch. Kashmod, more like clutch mod. Cash clutch.
Brother Kyle did safety save, though.
Probably wise for where his health's at. Loving the. Not a big fan of safety saves, but at this point in the run, seeing how close Cash came, probably a wise decision. And yes, Kyle needs PBs of shame.
Do these Distitos have any chance of dropping power bombs? I can't remember.
An extremely low chance.
Okay, I know the small ones have a pretty good chance, but I know they're different from the big ones.
If I remember, it's like, oh, it's so rare that it's almost but it really is just better to go somewhere else to farm them. That's how rare. You can get really lucky.
Kashmod just bodying through the key hunters there. They do 50 damage each, but he has plenty of health after that Ridley E-tank.
So Kashmod smashing through with his cash bod.
Oh dear.
Going around like he has the world's biggest cash rod. That's family friendly.
Brother Kyle onto the Ridley fight now.
Doing fairly good on that opening. Still a little sketchy on the health. Hopefully coming through unscathed. It's a really, really scary fight when you have this low of energy.
Below 50% now. When Ridley turns from sort of that grayish color to red, that means he is below 50% health. I think he has another couple color changes, but those are more subtle, so I can never really tell.
Yeah, they're very, very subtle. Ah, good death with a little over a tank remaining. So good fight.
Not going for the Ridley E-tank though.
Not going for Ridley E-tank. That's my boy. That's my boy, Brother Kyle. Let's see if Kashmod kills Sephi Fish and Pongfish. Let's see. That's where the real cash is, am I right?
Almost runs into the fish, but doesn't kill it.
Instant happiness from Kashmod, but not going for the spring ball. Oh wait, his nest for lost tracks, wrong game. For future posterity, Kashmod, just a couple moments ago, says, quote, "Living on the edge, wow," in chat, and then follows it up with, "That was scary." Kashmod looked like he was going to go straight past it, and was like, "Oh, I kind of want this a little bit just to top it off just in case," and not going for a safety save like my boy.
Wonder if he'll save Venturian.
I doubt it. Cash is pretty adamant on this run. His timer's really deep in his red, so I don't think he's very satisfied with his time. I think he's just going to push right on through, which is why he opted to the safety refill.
Kashmod gets a bit of a break now, gets to play around on his phone or get a drink.
Maybe look at that little lake and figure he could catch a cash cod.
They just keep coming.
They never cash stop. I helped my aunt the other day plant some grass, so I was planting some cash sod.
Well, Brother Kyle leaving Norfair around the same time that Kashmod is entering Turian. And Kashmod grouping these Metroids together.
Good grouping strap. Ooh, and very ideal drops too. Very nice. Again with the good double super missile drop there. Man, fantastic drop rate. I also love how Kyle is sticking to his guns with the 4E tank.
Also had full supers coming out of Meridia, so I think chances are he won't need to do a ship refill.
Likely not. Depends on how comfortable he feels with his health.
True. I didn't see if either of these runners regularly go for baby step, so we'll see what happens here. Based on not damaging himself on the side hopper, chances are Kashmod's at least going to go for it.
I ever wonder if Deer Tier makers ever come back to look at this and just like, huh, they never let the cutscene play out. And they just like fury themselves over why.
Kashmod getting a clean baby step. And Brother Kyle waiting for the Golden 4 cutscene.
I guess you could say he's having a bomb.
Kashmod with a clean Zeb skip, and on to Mother Brain 1.
We should rename Mother Brain Tony.
Why is that?
So we could call her Cash Todd.
I see. Kashmod waiting for the catch-up just to make sure he doesn't get hit.
Or you mean cash prodded? I'm gonna run with it, man. I'm gonna run with this till the day I die. I'll make this entire joke my cash broad.
Brother Kyle having some clean Metroid rooms.
Very clean Metroid rooms by him and two. His ammo count, again, very superb, and reclaiming some of his health back, which is also really nice.
Brother Kyle got grabbed by the baby Metroid, but he is facing right. For those unaware, if you face right when you get grabbed by the baby Metroid, when you reach 1 health, that is, that saves about 40 frames because Samus usually has an animation of standing up, but that animation gets skipped if you're facing right.
Faced right, validated.
Thumps in chat. Kashmod having a little bit of trouble with Mother Brain 3, a fair amount of shots being blocked by her hand, but getting through it all the same. And Brother Kyle just having a slight delay on the Zeb skip, but still first round.
Now, remind me again, is Kashmod in the 42 club, or?
Kashmod has a 48-41.
Ah, right. That adds money, yes. Kyle does run really well.
And kashmod finishes in first place with an SRL time of 50:24. That's an improved race PB by 1 minute 47 seconds.
At least for SRL time, so GG to kashmod.
That was an extremely clean Mother Brain 3 from Brother Kyle. I think I only saw one missed shot.
That was very well done. I have to agree. I don't think I really see that missed shot. He did real good. A little bit of dance hype, Brother Kyle.
Fairly clean escape room 4, and then sparking up the climb.
Man, we really gotta love this Cash Motley crew. I had to put one more in there. Great job by Brother Kyle coming in with a dot done at 53:31 for his SRL time. GG to both runners. Well done.
I agree. GG to both runners.
Also on kashmod's stream, Deer of Force. Well, I have to say that was a fantastic race by both runners. Very, very well done, very well executed. Great. I can definitely see here in the race chat both runners being very just good with each other. I don't know about you guys, but that's going to be all from me tonight. I gotta say thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and give this channel a subscribe, follow. And if you haven't also already, go ahead and check out these runners, both kashmod and brotherkyle88, on their respective Twitch channels and in Discord here in SRL. And with that, it's going to be all from me, Palmy, and thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you and good night, everyone.